Hi guys, it's me, Teresa Perrin. Some of you may have seen that I posted some information regarding Redbox on Friday and what I noticed regarding price manipulation during the day. And I see a pattern that they're using to drive the price down. And I actually recorded it several different times throughout the day. I'm going to just show you one clip in this video and try to get you to understand what market manipulation is regarding the price. Now, some people may call this spoofing or layering. I am going to leave it as plain market manipulation because generally with spoofing, they're placing orders that they are not filling. But I believe that this is more of layering, which is trying to drive the price down artificially by layering orders in decreasing threads. And I'll explain the exact definition of these to you. And guys, I would love your opinion on what form of manipulation you think that this is. It is definitely a form of manipulation which is illegal. And I just want to be careful of how I say the terms because initially I had quoted it as spoofing, and I do have somebody who's arguing the fact that spoofing means that they don't intend to fill the orders, but layering is a form of spoofing, which is what I believe that this is. And at any rate, please do your own DD on Redbox. Take it with a grain of salt. This stock is very heavily manipulated. At the end, I will show you what's going on with the price action in this. However, let's get into it. Remember, nothing I say is financial advice. Thank you. What is market manipulation? Intentional or willful conduct designed to deceive or defraud investors by controlling or artificially affecting the price of securities. This is where it falls, guys. Artificially affecting the price of the securities. Intentional interference with the free forces of supply and demand, and can be designed to drive a stock's price up or down. In this case with Redbox, they are using it to drive the price down. Spoofing is a disruptive algorithmic trading activity employed by traders to outpace other market participants and to manipulate markets, creating an illusion of the demand and supply of the traded asset. In order-driven markets, spoofing posts a relatively large number of limit orders on one side of the limit order book to make offer market participants believe that there is pressure to sell the assets. The flurry of activity around the buy or sell orders is intended to attract other traders to induce a particular market reaction. In other words, if they're trying to drive the price down, they're trying to get people to sell their securities, guys. Why would they do that in Redbox? Well, it's simple. We all know how high the short interest is. They need our shares. Spoofing can be a factor in the free rise or fall of the price of shares and can be very profitable to the spoofer who can time buying and selling based on this manipulation. So guys, if they're able to drive the price of Redbox down to cover their short position at the cheapest price possible, then they're making a lot more money than if they were to close it at the higher price, correct? That's why I believe that this is what's happening. In Australia, layering and spoofing in 2014 referred to the act of submitting a genuine order on one side of the book and multiple orders at different prices on the other side of the book to give the impression of substantial supply and demand. When you're looking at this video, I want you to see the extensive amount of shares on the sell side to give the illusion that people are selling, guys. Yet you'll notice that they're all higher than the spoofing price, or the price that they're using to drive it down that I'm going to be showing you, which leads me to believe that they had no intent of ever selling the higher sell orders and that they are not real. Now, guys, it's one thing to see it, it's another thing to prove it. And unfortunately, I don't have access to the servers that I would need to see in order to know if the IP addresses were the same. Layering is a strategy in high-frequency trading where a trader makes and then cancels orders that they never intend to have executed in hopes of influencing the stock price. For instance, to buy stock at a lower price, the trader initially places orders to sell at or below the market ask price. This may cause the market's best ask price to fail as other market participants lower their asking prices because they perceive selling pressure as they see in the sell orders being entered on the order book. The trader may place subsequent sell orders for the security at successfully lower prices as the best ask price falls to increase the appearance of selling interest. After the price has fallen sufficiently, the trader makes a real trade, buying the stock at the now lower best ask price and cancels all the sell orders. It is considered a form of stock market manipulation. Again, guys, why would they do this? Because they need shares, so they need to buy up those orders, and they're trying to get the best possible price by getting people to sell thinking that the price is falling. Before I show you the video of me catching them in action, I want to show you guys that on Friday, as of the time that I took this, which was after hours at 5:49 p.m., the inflow was more than the outflow, meaning that people bought 4,652.83 shares of Redbox and only sold 4,411 shares of Redbox, guys. So time and time again, the buy of this security has been more than the sell. So why is the price going down so much? It makes no sense at all. Okay? Something fishy is going on here, and I caught it on film. So I just want to give you the background. Now let's take a look at what I caught. Okay, guys, I want you to pay attention to the right side of the screen. And I want you to look at the area at the top, the very first right bar next to the green. And notice the 10 that keeps popping in, driving the price down, guys, from $3.01. We're going to get all the way down to $2.96 in this video. Watch the 10 and the 1 just come consistently over and over again. And ultimately, I believe their goal, if you look at the left side, is to get all the way down where that 10 is at $2.90. However, we're not going to record it for that long because I'm not going to make you sit here and watch this consistently. It's getting the point. Keep watching. The price is down now to $10.98. Watch that 10 popping up. $2.98. Now it's $2.99, $2.98. $2.96, guys. See that? All within a matter of a couple minutes, they've driven that price all the way down to $2.96 with what they're doing. Guys, this activity is illegal. They are using this to drive the price down by putting in 10 orders at a time over and over and over again. Now, I watched for several hours, and they were doing this repeatedly. And I don't know how else to stop it, guys, but I want you to be aware of what's happening with this price because this is artificial price manipulation. In case it goes by very quickly, so in case you weren't able to see it, watch the 10 keep popping up over and over again, as well as a 1. But I believe they're using the 10 to drive this price down. Now, if you look at the opposite side, you're seeing the green side, you're seeing 1 and 10 orders as well. And guys, they got this from $3.01 down to $2.96 again. This is the same video I'm showing for you, just being repeated so that you can catch it, because if you don't know what you're looking for, then it can be confusing. But just watch when it starts getting rapid, that 10 keep popping up and popping up. Replaced by, see all these large sell orders on the side, guys? I think they're putting there to create the facade that people are selling, when in fact I don't think that people are selling. I think that what they're doing is, well, I'm sure that some people are selling out of fear, but I think that they're creating these large sell orders to trick people into thinking that people are selling out of their position. Meanwhile, they're driving the price down with those blocks of 10 to go and try to capture some of the buy orders at the lower prices, guys. Now, I believe that this has been happening for an extended period of time. I think you're not going to see much more from here, but you may see a few more. But it tends to start rapidly for a period of, several seconds, like up to a half minute. Then it tends to cool off for a little bit. Then you see it start happening again, guys. So, like, see, I see a 10 pop up on this side for 296. I don't know how long this records, but you might start to see this shuffling again to try to bring it down to that 296 and capture the 10 that they have waiting over here. See? I mean, nobody has like the same amount in these blocks of 10 like this over and over and over again. That's just not the way normal trading gets done, guys. But unfortunately, I stopped the video, so you're not going to see them grab that. But it ultimately does go grab that again. And like I said, this goes on all morning long, and I'm sure all day long. But I can't just keep watching it because it literally makes me sick to my stomach seeing them do this over and over and over again. But guys, this is why the price has dropped off so significantly. They're manipulating the price action to cover their shares and get them back lower. Then ultimately, when they get this down to they start seeing real buying pressure coming in, then they're going to create a large buy order and start filling those shares because they have to cover their positions, guys. Well, they don't have to do anything, but they're using it to try to drive the price down as low as possible before covering a position. At least that's what I believe is happening. You can let me know in the comments below what your thoughts are. There's also the one where I first caught them, but the quality is horrible, guys, because I was like, oh my god, I got to get this on film when I first saw it happening. And I did post it to Twitter, so you can go look at my Twitter page. Those of you that don't follow me there, it's just my name, at Teresa, THERESA _ Perrin, PERRIN. And be careful, because if you spell my name wrong, there's a bunch of fake accounts that have been reported, guys. They block me, so I can't do it. I get it reported I hear about it from other people, and I know that they've been reporting it. But guys, I've had this issue just repeatedly, and unfortunately, it really stinks because Twitter should do more about it, or at least verify me now that it's happened multiple times so that people know it's my real account. But they don't do that, despite the fact that I've had to send in my ID and everything else to prove to them that it's me. I don't know what to say, but just be careful, guys. And also, there's a lot of spam going on in the comments. Guys, don't fall for spam. I don't have a WhatsApp or Discord or anything else. So if people are trying to send you to other places, they're trying to trick you and probably are going to ask you for money or crypto, or I've heard some crazy things from people that think they're talking to me. It's not me. I have nothing to do with it. And guys, sadly, I can't control it. But please be aware that there's a lot of spammers, not just with me, but I'm sure with every other financial Twitter person out there, because guys, people are nuts. They try to take advantage of people, and I'm sorry that this happens. It's a sick world that we live in. But anyways, let's continue on with this. Just don't fall for any traps. So I'm going to show you guys where we stand with Ortex, and I'm going to show you the chart, because as you can see from the short ladder attack that we've had since we hit that high of 18, and don't get me wrong, guys, of course, there's day traders that were selling off. There's been people selling because the price has gotten so low. And the big question is do I think that this price can go back up? Guys, I do believe that there's an opportunity for this price to go back up. I just don't know when, and I'm not going to sit here and pretend I do, because every time I see a technical component that should happen, it's taken away. And as you can see, they're using a lot of forms now to drive the price down. This is psychological warfare. They're trying to scare you into selling your shares. There's a lot of FUD going around, guys. I haven't sold my position. I still hold it. I regret that decision. I should have sold at 18 and bought back in. But guys, I've been in this place since October, so at this point, I'm ride or die. If it goes to CSSE, it's going to go to CSSE unless we go back up and I'm smart enough to just decide I'm done with this and the manipulation and everything else. But it's going to have to hit a certain price before I say I'm done. Let me show you the rest of this and we'll continue. Okay, guys, so as you can see, we're still on the threshold list, and the short interest is approximately 53.35% with a cost to borrow of 412.67% average, 730.66 max, and minimum of 335.18. Interestingly enough, the volume has gone down significantly on this, which generally happens, guys, when the shorts are when there's not any shares left to borrow because they're bought out. Retail's holding strong despite what people are seeing or thinking because of the price action. Retail's not selling. Those that have sold have already sold out, guys. So now it's just a matter of the psychological warfare and a waiting game. But I do think that we are going to see a change to the upside very soon because they're not going to keep wanting to pay this cost to borrow. Absolutely not, especially if an announcement such as a lawsuit gets announced, which we already know from the filing that there is an inquiry. So I suspect that there will be. Most certainly with what they did with the options chain. So rest assured, there is hope. Let's look at the chart, and that'll be the end of it, guys. Thank you. Here is why spoofing matters and how it affects us. So let's look at the daily chart, guys. And unfortunately, I've heard that my cursor is not working for the record feature. However, if you look between 10 a.m. and 11 a.m., you will see that that's about the time that I was recording this spoofing. And you can see how significantly the stock was selling off. This was deliberate, and you can call this a short ladder attack because yes, that's exactly how it looks. However, it's a spoofing short ladder attack, and that is illegal. And I have multiple examples, 2 of which I will show you in this video. Now, let's take a look at why this is very concerning. Because, guys, this is the 1-year chart of Redbox. And as you can see, it has been selling off ever since it reached its peak where it went to $18. And much of this action, yes, of course, some people are going to be selling as it's dipping, but I firmly believe that much of this action is due to the abuse and manipulation that they are consistently doing with this stock. And guys, this practice of spoofing is illegal to lower the price. And there's a whole bunch of FUD out there and everything else, you know, talking about people selling and yada, yada, yada. Yeah, of course people have been selling along the way because that's the whole point and why they're doing all this. They're selling because they're scaring them that this is going to go to absolutely nothing because of the manipulation that it's going through, guys. So trust me, I get it. Yeah, this is the reason that they spoof, because they're trying to encourage this selling and you to lose money while they're going to reap the rewards of it, guys. The short interest is still through the roof on this stock. The cost to borrows still in the hundreds of percentage. There is absolutely no reason for them to be spoofing this stock at this price. They need to learn to man up and cover the shares. And I don't know what else to say. It's extremely frustrating. And guys, this has been going on. This is nothing new. I want you to take a look at what they did to this stock, okay? Because it reached a high of $27.50 way back here. And what did they do? They couldn't get people to sell at that price, guys, because I've been in this since over here sometime. And trust me, we were told it was going to be around a $50 stock because it was the competition to Netflix with their streaming platform. But guys, they couldn't get shares here. And at this point, there was something crazy going on because there was over 300% institutional ownership somewhere in this period. It went from 100 and up and up and up and kept going over 100% all the way up to 300 and something percent somewhere along here. Guys, how can institutions own 300% of a stock assuming that retail owns nothing? The only way is naked shorting. Something needs to be done about this because this practice is illegal and it's very, very upsetting that it continues and that no one's protecting retail traders.